In this video, we're going to show how you can create custom keyboard shortcuts in a UX component. So you can see here we have a simple UX component with a button, and when I click on the button, we can see we get an alert. So let's assume we'd like to make a keyboard shortcut so that when the user presses, say, Alt F1, this button is clicked. So we're going to go now back to design mode, then go over to properties. Then you can see we have a property here called keyboard shortcuts, and let's go and add a new shortcut. So we'll go here and we'll say that our shortcut is going to be Alt F1, and then when the user presses Alt F1, the action that we would like to invoke can either be arbitrary JavaScript or a JavaScript action, or click a button. So there's the button that we'd like to click, and so let's go ahead now and run the component and then press Alt F1. So we'll go there and Alt F1, and you can see now basically the button got clicked. But you can also do other interesting things with the keyboard shortcuts. So for example, in many applications the Enter key is a shortcut to navigate from control to control. So you can see here that if I type some value in here like Fred and then press the Enter key, focus goes to the next control, and then if I press Enter again, focus goes to that control, and then once more focus goes now to this drop down, skipping over the text area control, because the text area control needs to use the Enter key to move to the next line. So let's go ahead here and see how this behavior was implemented using the keyboard shortcuts. So you can see over here that we've got a keyboard shortcut defined for the Enter key, and we've defined custom JavaScript for this control, for this keyboard shortcut. And then if we go here and look at the actual JavaScript, we can see that what we're doing over here is we are relying on the fact that the dialog component automatically generates an object called underbar tab order, which is an array of all of the controls that should get focus or can get focus, and this is generated by default by the UX component, and it includes text box controls and drop down box controls. So if you'd like to change which controls can get focus, you can redefine this object in the on dialog render, but for now we'll just accept the default. So what the code is doing is getting the name of the control that currently has focus by referencing the underbar focus control object of the dialog object, then finding the position of that control in the tab order array. Then if we're at the last item in the tab order array, we want to go back to the first item, so we're going to set ix equals -1. Then the target object is the next item in the array, so it's going to be this is the array, and this is the next item. Then we get a pointer to that element, and then we set focus to it. So this code over here implements the Enter behavior that we see when we run the component. So let's go back now and run it again. So when we go ahead here and press Enter, you can see now that focus is moving to the next control in the tab order. So using the keyboard shortcuts, you can define shortcuts for all of the keys on the keyboard, and then you can specify the handler for the keyboard shortcut. Thanks very much for watching.